Hello, hey, happy Wednesday. Oh man, did you miss me? 'Cause I missed you guys. It is Wednesday, wow, September 13th. This is Actors Daily Bread. Today I'm talking about here's what you can do. Here's what you can do. I have missed you. Yes, I've been MIA because look, I've been busy, y'all. I've been busy. Thank you for watching. If this is your first time watching Actors Daily Bread, I want to welcome you. This is acting tips, audition tips, life coaching tips, just how to deal, y'all, how to deal. And I'm Christine Horn. I am a professional working actress of over 20 plus years, and I am a life and career coach for actors. I want to give a huge shout out to all the members of the Hollywood Bound Actors Facebook group. Some of y'all are checking in right now. Tarnisha, Tanika, Heaven's Mom. I love you guys. And to all my replay watchers who will watch this later because it's kind of late, what's up? Replay watchers? Love you guys. Missed you guys. So what has been up? A little bit of everything. I have so much to tell you, but I can't tell you all in one episode because that would just, why do that? I can spread it out, right? Spread the love. But today, here's what's on my mind I want to share with you. I want to thank you for watching. Give me some hearts, give me some likes, hit the share button if you know an actor who could use this. So look, as actors, sometimes we feel very, hey, let me know if the air conditioner sounds too loud. Tanika or Tarnisha, is the air conditioner too loud? Because I can turn it off. I will sweat for you. Y'all know that. Because I want to make sure you hear what I have to say. So, you know, as actors, it's very easy to feel stuck, right? It's very easy to feel you're inspired one day, one week, and then the next week you feel like just life hits because we are not just actors. We are people. We are parents. We are wives. Thank you, Tarnisha. Tarnisha said, I don't have to sweat so much. I am cooking, so the oven is still on. Yes, I cook. Yes, I do. Let me get serious because I do have a serious word for you today. I know as an actor, I know how it feels to feel like you are always in a state of waiting and a state of not feeling empowered. And part of my intention in working with you is to help you feel empowered as actors and as performers and creatives. And I took an awesome workshop today. Y'all, I stay in a class. I stay in a workshop at the SAG Foundation. Shout out to Dennis, the teacher. And we were just kind of in a dialogue in class about, you know, staying empowered and doing the things that we know we should be doing, right? We all have that should list. But beyond that, doing what you need to do to be ready. Hear me. Doing what you need to do now to be ready. We had joked in class about, look, if you have not had a top of show guest star role, if you can't memorize 10 to 14 pages in 24 to 48 hours, if that happened to you today, for those of you who want to be a series regular, top of show guest star, which means, you know, your name is at the top of the show, you're in a bunch of scenes, right? If you cannot memorize 10 to 14 pages in 24 hours, you may not be ready. And that's okay. But now you need to know what to do to get ready. So I know I have some of my clients who will be watching this and some of you watching who don't even work with me. Maybe you have problems, not problems, but you're not so great at memorization. Maybe you're not so great at cold reading. Like, this is the time. Do not just wait for the audition to pop up before you realize that it's, oh, Arisha, you like my earrings? Shout out to my friend Deja. She gave me these Pac-Man earrings. Ain't that cute? A collector's item. No, you can't have them, Arisha. But you see what I'm saying? We were talking about being ready so that you don't have to get ready. And if you, and this is real talk, you don't have to, you can comment below, but I wasn't always ready to learn 14 pages in overnight. And when I went through pilot season after pilot season after pilot season, I got really used to doing that. And anyone who's been through it for real pilot season, hi Carmela, thank you for watching. Anyone who's been through a real pilot season knows that's what happens. And it's not just one script. You might get 3 14-page scripts for a series regular. You have 3 in-person auditions the next day. Even when you're not in a major market like New York or LA, you still, Atlanta, when I lived in Atlanta, I would still have some fierce auditions. And they would be like 10 pages due tomorrow or the next day. So this is what I'm trying to say to you tonight. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. What I want to say to you tonight is I know you're tired of waiting. I know you want to do more to feel empowered. Shout out to everybody who's in the Get Booked Mastermind for Actors. Arisha, you're on the line. What's up? You know we're doing some serious work, right? I need you to start doing the things. Okay, you know, y'all know I get excited and amped. I know even if you have an agent, even if your agent is thebomb.com or your agent kind of sucks, right? Arisha says learning lines ain't no joke. It's not. It's a muscle. It's a muscle. It's a muscle. It's a muscle. Even if you have an agent that's great or that's not so great, you have a duty to yourself to stay as ready as possible. Because when that opportunity comes, you need to have that muscle ready. Arisha, who's just left a comment, said learning lines ain't no joke. It's not. And listen, I was like, let me cook dinner. Let me get to my live today because I have a huge script to learn. That's my self-tape is due tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. So that always cuts my time out. But I'm ready. I'm so used to doing that. And if that's not your strong suit, I want you to start working on that. Go to showfax.com. If you are an Actors Access member, go to Showfax, download scripts, look at some of your old auditions, pull them up in your Gmail and see, hey, can I test myself? Can I memorize this in an hour? You mean like an hour? Yes. Sometimes that's all you have. If you have 3 auditions in a day, start to test yourself. And so that's my one tip for you today. Here's what you can do. And I promise I'm going to do some more of these here's what you can do sessions as part of Actors Daily Bread so that you stay feeling empowered, right? I have one more big one for you. Hang tight, okay? But I want to give you one more tip on memorization because I get a lot of questions about it. My personal process is this. I get a script. I don't care if it's 1 page or 13. I just keep reading it. I keep reading it. I keep reading it. I keep reading it. I keep reading it. Then I break the script down, right? I do all the work. You know, what's my objective? Yada, yada, yada. I figure that out. I get to know who this character is. And yes, most times you don't have a full script. You have a little 2-sentence breakdown of who the character is. Some, they want a man, a woman, any ethnicity, 20 to 50. You're like, what the hell do they want? Don't worry about all that. You just keep reading, keep reading, keep reading. And then after you've read through the script several times, you start to feel like, okay, I think I know what's going on in the scene. I know what they are. I see what the vibe is. Have you watched, did you Google the show to see what network is on? Because if you don't know what network it's on, how are you preparing? You don't dress or act the same for a CW show as you do a show on ABC or FX or Showtime or HBO. If you don't know the difference between those, I need you to start doing that homework, doing that research. Do not watch TV or film just to watch it. You are a professional. This is research, right? You're no longer vegging out, not paying attention. I need you to pay attention to all these details. Some of y'all showing up to the CW Vampire Diaries, the originals auditions, looking like, an old lady when you need to be hot, pow, 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 to get the part. Because that's what that station does, right? That's what that station does. I never forget, and I'm not losing track, I promise. I booked an episode of the original several seasons ago. And I remember for the audition, Tarnisha, don't laugh at me too hard. For the audition, they were like, dress hot, be sexy. And of course, because that's the CW, it's teeny boppers, and they like all that. And I was like, hot, bam, poop, pow, had the girls up. I had the girls out. But if you were to look at my reel or actually see the episode I did on the originals as this witch, I was so covered up, as if I had no shape. But what happens is, in order for casting to see you, producers to see you, they have to see you in the light that they know their audience wants to see. So even if they switch it up and make you look like a monster, something about them, they know that you have that other thing going on, right? Carmela says girls up and out. Sometimes, Carmela, the girls have to be up and out. Okay. But let me get back to finish my memorization tip. So like I said, I'm reading over and over again, breaking the scene down. And listen, once you understand what is happening in the scene, it's easier for you to memorize lines. Right? And I'm not telling you to go in your audition and paraphrase, but what I am telling you is if you truly understand what it is your character's trying to say, it starts to become easier to put it in your mind. And then here's the technical part that I do. Me personally, this is my version of events, the horn technique, right? I start from the top again. Once I've read through it over and over and over, top to bottom, every stage direction. Then I start again from the top, and I don't move past my line until I know it without looking at the paper. I just keep going over it. If I don't know it, I'll do it's a good old Meisner trick. Once you think you have it, you take it off the page. You do something mundane that doesn't require your attention. It could be, I like, throw a ball. This is an umbrella. It doesn't matter. Like, okay, where were you yesterday? I thought you were coming home. Where were you yesterday? I thought you were coming home. And this isn't about acting. This is not a moment where you're trying to act. This is just saying, hey, do I know this line? Where were you yesterday? I thought you were coming home. Where were you yesterday? I thought you were coming home. You're like, okay, once I got that. If you can, this is a Meisner trick. If you're not familiar with Meisner, you can take some classes. But it's like, if you can just let it go, if you can do something different that requires no concentration and you still know the line, then it's time to move on. Until you can do something just totally different from the line, you're not looking at the paper, you are not allowed to move on. That is how I learn lines. And I'll do that for each line until I get to all 2 pages or all 10 pages or all 14 pages. And then, of course, I'll have my husband read with me. If you do not have someone who's living at home with you, or if your spouse or mate or girlfriend or roommate don't like to read, or they can't read, sometimes you're just better off reading by yourself. My husband is a great reader, but I have had some readers in the past who are not so awesome. But if you don't have that, call a friend. This is why I have the Hollywood Bound Actors Facebook group. Exchange numbers, get to know each other, Skype each other. Hey girl, hey, can we do this thing where you read for me and I read for you? Just hearing it over the phone might be helpful, right? Take the competition out. Stop worrying about is she going to get my role and all this stuff, or is he? There's enough for all of us, right? Venzel said, girls out. Venzel said, girls out there. There's a guy in the room. I know. We talk. Venzel, I don't play. I'm just, I keep it real with y'all. I don't have time to play games. So that is the Christine Horn technique of memorizing lines. That is what I personally do. And no matter how long it takes, yes, you are allowed to hold your script in auditions, whether it's in person or on a self-tape. I cannot be free if I'm holding a paper. That is just me. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the love. I can't be free if I'm holding the paper. So I'm not saying you're not allowed to. And anytime I have a callback or a producer session, I'll bring the paper in the first time. And if it's like a test, if it's like a test for a show, I'll end up throwing them down to the side because I know them. But when I'm self-taping, I don't like to be distracted. Now, granted, there have been times where I have gotten an audition that was a last-minute replacement for a film or TV show due in 2 hours, and I've had to hold my paper. And if you're not, that's another thing you can practice. Here's what you can do. That's the name of this video. Another thing you can be practicing is get your phone, like I'm on my phone right now. Y'all are cracking up. Love you guys. Get a phone and practice. Hey, how good am I reading off camera? How good am I reading off my paper while taping? That's something you could do tonight. You could do that tomorrow. Print something that you haven't seen before. I don't care if it's an article from a magazine. Print it and see how good am I. Because if you're spending most of your time in the page, that means the camera is not getting your eyes. And all the camera needs to do is see your eyes. If you're doing a self-tape, or if you're even in person, because they are taping you in person, if I can't see your eyes, you might as well go home. Like, what's the point? So just test all of that out. Test all of that out. I know I promised to give another tip, but I'm going to stop it right there because I don't want to even give you too much. I will come back to this. Here's what you can do. Maybe for the rest of the week. You know what? For the rest of the week, I'm just going to do some here's what you can do and then share how I do it and see if that helps for you. If you are watching this for the first time, again, I want to welcome you. As you can see, I love you. I love the interaction. I have missed you guys. Sorry, I've been kind of MIA. I've been so busy shooting and just a lot, just life. But I try to show up as much as I can. Again, if you're not in the Hollywood Bound Actors Facebook group, please join us. I think I'm going to do, I've been getting some good questions in there from my members of that group. Some of you have been asking questions on that Q&A thread. Keep asking them so that I can, when I do the Q&A on Friday, I can just go down that thread and answer your questions and shout you out. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit the share button, hit the like button, show me some love. I appreciate you. I will see you next time. Have an amazing night. And if you have a question, thrill, or a comment, y'all know I answer and reply to every single comment and compliments. Like, you know, my earrings, like Arisha likes earrings. Hi, Marie. Thank you for watching, Marie. All right, see you guys. Have a good night. Bye.